Hello, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Jupay podcast live, powered by Jupay. I'll tell you a bit about Jupay. My name is Nathan Kwa. If you enjoyed episode 1, be ready because episode 2 is absolutely exciting. And the gang is back. Christopher Nimley in the white corner, Fenton Tahiru in the yellow corner. I'm in the black corner. Guys, it's nice to see you once again.
Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure, man.
Always a pleasure, no more. You see, when we meet
You
like
look
this,
full.
what do you mean I look full?
You look too full.
Me.
Oh, what man?
In contrast to who?
Send the money.
He's been undergoing a very important spiritual exercise.
It's key.
In the last week. Fred, how many more days left?
I think like 12.
12 days. Finish hard. As we say in French, do courage.
By the time we get back here next time, I'm my man.
Of course, he'll be done. He'll be done.
But anyway, if you are watching us on YouTube and you don't know what Jupay is, let me just break it down. Jupay is the #1 money remittance service that a lot of people use. So if you live in the US, you live in Canada, you live in the UK, and you want to send money to Ghana or Nigeria or any other country in Africa, you need to use Jupay, right? You can download the Jupay app, sign in, everything, and then send money. Like, just start transacting. Now, this is what you can do. You can either use the promo code Nathan or Fento or Coach and get a discount on your very first transaction. So take our word for it. Go and get the Jupay app and download and enjoy yourself. Now, let me share a few things with you concerning the people who have questions, because every now and again, I have people who come to ask me all kinds of questions about Jupay and all of the wonderful things that Jupay is giving out. So the first question is whether or not there are zero charges. Yes, there are zero charges on Jupay, and it makes it easier for you to send a lot of money at a good rate and at a good cost, and it's more affordable for your pocket. And somebody else was asking me, how long would the transactions usually take for processing? It's within a minute.
Yeah.
So you don't send money to Coach and then Charlie 2 weeks later, Coach will say, hey,
I'm
hot. So the money through Jupay, no,
instant transfer
into my pocket.
Anyway, so question number 3 that people would usually ask is whether or not Jupay offers 24/7 customer support. Of course they do. They work all day, all night, every day of the week. If you have a challenge, you can get in touch with Jupay and they'll answer to you. And then somebody's asking, how can they get their discount? Because they hear we talk about some discounts and things. Just use any of our promo codes. So Nathan, Coach, Fent, and get a $5 discount on your very first transaction. That's wonderful stuff. And then finally,
when you are sending, there will be a place where they ask you to enter a promo code.
Very good. So
Let's
when they
type my name in there, that's the promo code.
That's the promo code, and you enjoy a 5% discount. The last question people ask is, what countries can you send money to? You can send money from the US, Canada, and the UK to Ghana and Nigeria.
That's right.
But that's not all. There are so many countries that are being onboarded. So very, very soon, your country of choice will be sitting on the Jupay platform for you to send money to if you're in the US, Canada, and Mexico. So that's the brilliant word from Jupay, your #1 money remittance service. So a round of applause for Jupay.
Yeah.
Wonderful
wonderful
stuff.
Before we start the
Pray
show,
for Jupay.
I have to. Masole mana hewale. Masole mana hewale. Kaina hewale ija wonkudo. Kaina hewale ija wonkudo. Oh, masole mana hewale. Oh, you was about.
Oh.
Nana ho ni ma ho na ma ho.
Oh.
One chabo wakaba hele wo. You was about. Obele yache o mancha yeli aba. Washita mone waka Jupay. Ko ye Canada o ye America okay o ye UK. Na nye sen na shika ni zebat ajonye. E akako sen ni shika no use Jupay. Shika ba straight. Eba bote nkotokweme.
Na kind.
Eba bote netankwa kotokweme. Eba bote fento kotokweme. Straight. Look about wame. Jupay ke o money o you America o you Canada o you UK. Fema no ko ni no ko afe no ko ye Yesu ba me.
That's right.
Come on, man.
Fema no ko ni no ko afe no ko ye Yesu ba me.
Come on,
That's
man.
right.
Ani che agbe.
That's right.
Ani chowe agbe. Ani kudie egbe.
That's right.
Ye send ashika ke bagan yi. Ye send ashika ke alata. Shinshika le hia wo. Yo wa do mo fiamo. Ne ba use Jupay. Ne ke ba send ashika. Kaina hewale injawo nkodon. Kaina hewale injawo kodon. Masole mana hewale. Yo wa join your fan. Ye use gba me. Amen.
Amen.
Ogbele ya che.
All right, guys. All right. Guys. Before we get cracking, you know, a month ago we were here.
Yeah.
To get this lovely thing off the ground.
Exactly.
Let me read you some of the comments that have come in. Right. Hey. All kinds of interesting comments. This one says, "I'm so happy to see you guys together." Fent Coach Nathan, we miss you guys together. Of course, there's a context to it, right?
Exactly.
Back in the day on a different platform, we used to cause chaos every week. Anyway, let me read more comments. This one says, "The OGs, good seeing that you guys are back together. I'm supporting you all." Somebody says, "I miss this team. The originals are back together."
Should we add the other two?
We need to think about that. Maybe we need to bring the band back together. That would be fun. We'll discuss that. We'll discuss
over
that.
to the Jupay people.
Yes,
They decide. We don't decide.
So the people at Jupay, you've heard the masses say they want the band back together.
The
ball is
whole
in
band.
your the whole band.
Not a section.
No, the whole
Not
band.
the drama, guitarist,
no.
and the
We want
lyricist.
everybody's back together. Let me.
They want the lead singers.
We want everybody.
You know, I had a special vocalist.
You did?
When I prayed, by the time I'll be,
That's right.
Let me read this comment, right? People love Jupay as well. So somebody says, "Jupay is simply the best. It's fast and reliable." And another comment says, "Beautiful one, Jupay. I love your customer service. Keep the fire burning."
Wow,
So Jupay, whoever it is, that's a customer
very
service. They
very
deserve
organic.
a round of applause for them.
Very good, organic,
round of applause for them. And then this one says, "Jupay Live Podcast. Say my UK, Ghana, US family. Jupay is the best. It's new, but I just might switch." And then the Jupay account said, "Thank you. Great to have you."
Yeah.
So wonderful stuff.
You better
Shout outs
switch.
to Jupay.
If you haven't switched by now,
If you haven't, you are missing out.
Yeah.
You really, really are missing out. So people, just sign up to Jupay. Download the app. Use the promo codes. Enjoy the discount. And enjoy transferring money from the US, Canada, and UK
exactly.
to Ghana and Nigeria. I almost said US, Canada, and Mexico, but yeah, man.
But you know what? Do you know? Jupay contacted Ebo Alatwa. Remember the last time we were here, I spoke about my friend in Tennessee,
Yes.
one of the biggest African shops.
Yes.
Jupay told me that I should drop his number.
Yes.
I don't just within a second. Then I got a call from Ebo all the way from Tennessee in the States.
I see.
He said, "Coach, some people called me this." I say, "Yes, Ebo. You have been sending money to your mother, sending money to your friends. At times you send me my hands forth. From now on,
use Jupay.
Use Jupay."
End of story.
I'm not saying the microphone, I'm correct, but I'm saying, Jupay, they are the best to have happened to Ghana.
Right.
Wonderful. Great stuff. So shout out to the good people of Jupay. And if you are watching, please send money using Jupay. Guys, let's get down to business. In the between our last gathering and today, things have happened, right? Things have happened. We are getting close to the biggest football tournament in the world. We know.
That's right.
We'll be gathering in the US, Canada, and Mexico. But for the Black Stars, it looks like there's always something to talk about. The latest one being the friendlies. Between the last time we sat down and now, 4 friendlies have been confirmed. We are taking on Germany and Austria first. Then we play Mexico in May, I believe.
Late May.
And then late May. And then we take on Wales on the 2nd of June, which is a day after teams have got to announce their World Cup squads. And I'm hearing that there might be another one just before the competition starts for us.
Against a participating team.
Against a participating team. We are here to figure out what that participating team or who that participating team is. Because let me start off from you. 4 friendlies, maybe 5 possibly, before we kick a ball. Are we prepping right? Do the friendlies make sense? Do we need more friendlies to get us ready for the tournament in June and July?
Nathan, to be very honest, we need the friendlies because the last competitive game of the Black Stars was last year.
Okay.
Last year, was it in October?
They went to Asia.
Yes.
Was it when we went to Asia?
Yes.
Yeah.
We didn't go to the AFCON. So as a country having qualified to the World Cup, we need to get the technical team to assemble the players, and they'll use these friendly games to do so. I'm so happy with the quality of our opponents that have been selected by the handlers of our team. You look at the Germany team, I think they will test our team. Mm-hmm. You look at the Austrian team, I think they will give us an even more tougher test.
Why so?
Because of the one who coaches them.
Ralf Rangnick.
Ralf Rangnick. You see, look, everywhere he's been, one thing that his team has never lacked is that energy, that desire, and that playing style that he's gotten them to believe in. And when you watch them play, they are a delight to watch. One thing that you cannot take from them is their incessant movement and intensity when the game is ongoing.
Yeah.
This Austrian team, in the 88th minute, they are still running as if the game has just started. So I want to see how the Black Stars of Ghana are going to match up with those or with that intensity. The German under Nagelsmann is more or less a replica. Nagelsmann are all Nagelsmann, Jürgen Klopp, Thomas Tuchel himself. They are all attributed to being the sons of Ralf Rangnick.
You mean from the school of?
From the school
of Ralf Rangnick.
Of Ralf Rangnick.
The pressing,
so if you look at what they all do,
intensity.
very similar. The pressing, the structure, the intensity, the belief, and their way of trying to make sure that everything that they do is within a proper framework.
He was a key part of the German coaching revolution.
Exactly, the coaching.
That brought out those coaches.
Yeah.
So.
What's the name of that? Is it the Jegen or the Gegen pressing or whatever they call it?
Yeah.
Very, very intense. I want to see the Black Stars play against such opposition. Because I believe that the Black Stars may have what it takes to start beautifully. But can they sustain the pressure or the intensity? Because the World Cup, Nathan, believe you me, you followed the World Cup for a long time. Every edition gets better in terms of intensity, speed, tempo. Every edition gets better. Go look at the 2010 in Africa, in South Africa.
Yeah.
Go look at the 2014 in Brazil. Go look at the 2018 in Russia. Yeah. The 2022 in Qatar. Yeah. It's gotten better and better and better each and every time.
And even to add to that, you know, so I think the footballing principles change from one World Cup to the other. So we saw 2010 where the football was a little slow, but it kind of exploded. Then we saw 2014 where the football was played at breakneck speed, if you like. 2018 has its own flavor.
The French national team, where they had a proper transition.
And then you have 2022, and its own unique story. Look at how Argentina played in different ways.
Different way, based on depending on the opponent in front of them. So the friendly games are important. It will allow our technical team to prune down the list. Because as I sit here today, on top of my head, I can only think about 12 players in my view who will not miss the World Cup.
12 players who have their World Cup slots
settled. They will be at the World Cup. The rest, I'm not too sure.
Okay, so who are the 12?
Oh, the Hasselhoff goalkeeper.
Okay, so Ben Asari.
Lawrence Atizigi.
Okay.
There. Jiku, if his fit goes.
Okay.
Pate goes.
Yes.
Jordan goes.
Yes.
Kudus goes. Guido Mensah goes. And Yirinchi goes. Semenyo goes, of course. Joseph Pencil goes. Atin Kamadin will go. And then Isayako. If you look at these 12.
So out of 26 slots, you believe
Atin 12 is
12. So now other players are fighting for 12.
We need the other 12 guys to come in there and make our team better. They cannot come in there and not create competitiveness or not create a healthy competition. They cannot come in there and get the settled 12 to be very complacent. If they were to do that, then we are in serious trouble. The Germans will expose that. The Austrian team will, even the Mexican team in Mexico. You remember the last time we took the blaster to when they play in America, was it under Chris Hutton? And then he made a comment and said, our boys got carried away by the size of the pitch and the crowd. Noise of the crowd. I'm happy we are playing one of the hosts, because I'm sure the people of Mexico will turn up for that game.
Yeah, they will.
How would our team keep the ball? How are we going to believe in whatever we've been told to do? And Coach Otto Addo, how is he going to coach? No, that is where I want to see.
So the coaching.
I don't trust the coaching.
Friends, what the Americans call the X and O's.
The X and O's. I don't trust the coaching still. The man needs to do a lot more thing to convince somebody like me. Okay. Because, you see, the Germans, the Austrian, although it's a friendly game, that if you present yourself on a silver platter, they will slaughter you and slaughter you good. You remember the last friendly game we played with German? You remember?
Yeah.
We were wallowed by 6 goals.
6-1. This was what?
During the days of Abedi Pele. We were kids by then.
Yeah.
Very, very young by then. The Germans are doing new things. They've got some, and I want to see our defense in particular. Again, Musiala,
Gnabry, Sané,
Leroy Sané,
Florian Wirtz.
I want to see our midfield against Kimmich.
Yeah.
Against those guys. How are we going to stamp our authority? How are we going to, can we impose ourselves to control the intensity of the game and slow it down when it needs to be slowed down? We need to see all these things. I've spoken about the intensity. Can they live up to it? But one of the way to live up is not to go, hey, octane. No. Who slows it down? Who up it? Who would say, no, let's keep it at this tempo for the next 10 minutes? You remember Michael Essam used to do that with cheeky ease. Yeah. He controlled the intensity of game as if he was the one in charge. And truly, too, he was in charge. My last point on this is that the controller of the Black Stars, Thomas Partey, is not enjoying the sort of playing time I would have wanted him to enjoy going into the World Cup or going to these friendly games. Because it is important that our most influential players will be at their topmost form, because we need them to be there and we need them to show their class. Kudus, we are told, will be back, but I'm not sure he'll be fit enough to play in the first 2 friendly games.
Okay.
It is an opportunity for somebody like Isayaku to be properly coached. Because, the quality of the opposition is top-notch. And that is what is going to happen in the US.
Okay.
So I'm happy the FA are putting together all these very important friendly games.
You have to clap for them. I mean, getting this list of friendly is really good.
It's absolutely
brilliant.
Because they are not just friendly games, but they are not only going to test the playing body, but they are testing the technical department of our team. Because it's Otto Addo here and Nagelsmann here. It's Otto Addo there, and who is there? Ralf Rangnick on the other side. Can he not necessarily outsmarting them, but can he match up to the demands that those guys will bring on the on board? I just can't wait to watch those games. I just can't wait.
Same question to you. When you look at the list of friendlies, I mean, the opposition is great, but really, what can we do to benefit from this friendly? Because, people can get very obsessed over the result.
Yeah.
Right? But what do you think we should aim to take away from this as we prep for the World Cup in the middle of the year?
I think at the moment, the Black Stars squad has so many questions. Those friendlies, Otto Addo will be looking, the whole technical team will be looking for answers for those questions. This is a very depleted team.
Yeah.
So many injured players. And I think going into these friendly matches, this is the last chance anybody has to audition. Not just for selection, but also for starting places, in my opinion. because there is no bigger test that Ghana will face going to the World Cup than against Germany or Austria. And any player that gets to play, how you do in that game or in those two matches could determine whether you are capable of delivering the goods in the highest stage. Because this is Austria in Vienna, Germany in Stuttgart. It's going to be absolutely romping. And you can trust that will happen.
So you say that what? So you say that the two friendlies
here are the
are...
questions.
So you say the two friendlies are the audition platforms for players. So so the people who passed...
Coach already spoke about the coach, so I don't want to go there. Okay. It's an audition platform for him too.
Yeah. So if you pass that test, then it means that the next three friendlies are... So if you make it into the next three friendlies, you are on the boat, you're on the plane to the World Cup.
Like I said, you're not just... people will be auditioning for selection. People will be auditioning for starting positions.
Okay.
That's what will happen. There are some departments that are of more need than others.
Okay, like?
I think that our centre back will have massive issues with our defence. In fact, across the entire back four.
And Salisu's absence complicates things.
Our entire back four. And even starting from the goalkeeping position, I have to be honest. So let me start there and say that my opinion is this, that Benjamin Asare delivered during the qualifying series.
Okay.
But it doesn't mean that we cannot give opportunities to other people using these friendly matches.
Fair point.
And I think we have seen in the past where goalkeepers that seemed like they were number one lose their positions because others have come in friendly matches and have delivered.
2006 comes to mind.
So I want to see Atizigi back in goal.
Okay.
I really want to see, because he sat on the bench for long enough. I want to see what lessons he's learned.
Exactly.
I want to see what he's picked up, what he can do differently in those two matches, high quality friendly games. So I really want to see that. I think we've seen enough of Asare to believe that all of the times he started for the national team as number one, he has deserved it.
Okay.
And he's kept clean sheets to back it. And the fundamental role of a goalkeeper isn't to necessarily save. Your fundamental role is to not concede. And how do you not concede? It can be from organization, it can be from saving, it can be from a combination of things. Even your own leadership at the back. I have said it. I don't care if a goalkeeper makes 1,000 saves in a game and still concedes 3 goals and we lose. I would rather have the one that makes no save and we don't concede and we win. Okay. So if that means that goalkeeper is just good at organization or he just has a spiritus preventus, I don't care. Do you understand? So that in that score, I would say you really can't fault Asare.
No, you can't.
He's not put any foot wrong. However, I still maintain that I want to see other goalkeepers as well in these friendly matches, especially.
Okay.
Especially Atizigi.
So you'd like to see Atizigi in one or the two friendlies.
I want to see
Germany, Austria. Okay.
I want to see at least one. Asare in the other one, because of all the conversation about the fact that he's not been tested. I want to see how he fares against a high quality opposition. So that's one side. So I would split that between the two of them. Mm-hmm. Give Ati one and give
Asare one.
Asare one. Yes. And then maybe the Mexico game, we can. That would be Asare as well.
Because in any case,
I'll get to the Mexico
in any
game.
case, that Mexico friendly is situated outside.
Yes, exactly.
The international window. So it means that.
So that would not have our. In fact, I have opinions on that. I'll get to that very shortly. And then in the Wales game, possibly, I want to see Joseph Annan in goal. I want to see.
Wait. By the time we play Wales,
it's 2nd June.
It's 2nd June. Your
whoever
squad,
the number one is should be the one in goal.
Fair enough, because we'll play another game.
Squads have to be announced
by June 1. Has to be announced.
Yes.
The number one now by that
has
game,
to get some rhythm.
Has to get some rhythm with his back four, back line.
That's fair.
So you play him in the two friendlies, the Wales one and then
the one after.
He's
So
the one
that's why I want to see exactly. So that's why. So I would want to see some changes in the goalkeeping department. I want to see options. We don't have a right back. So I want to see who steps up. We had this conversation, so I really don't want to go and repeat myself. Yurenchi, by all means, has to play midfield, which means it is up to Otto Addo to find a right back solution.
Or a right wing back.
Or a right wing back solution, depending on how he wants to play. Because we know that whenever Otto Addo wants to get a result, he resorts into
a back three,
a back three
five.
with wing backs. What kind of wing back is he looking for? He needs to find one, because it's clear that Yurenchi is not that kind of wing back. Ali Desaidu is not that kind of wing back. And they've had time to scout a right back. In fact, on another platform, we asked people to suggest right back. Somebody gave us a list of 13
right backs.
potential right backs. So who will Otto Addo call to audition for that position?
That's true.
Because trust me, I think that Yurenchi will better serve the team
in midfield.
As a midfield, because
than a right back.
I remember watching him in the Unity Cup. So there was one of the games where he was introduced into midfield. I think he played at right back when the game started, and then he was moved into midfield. And it was almost like night and day. You could tell that this chap was more comfortable.
Even the two friendlies
This is
against
my home.
Korea and Japan.
And, even
And this is
two
away from
friendlies,
home.
yes.
The two positions,
You can tell. You can tell.
So look, I don't have a problem when a coach wants to put a player in a certain position to do a job. It happens. Even ACN has played a right back, centre back. It happens. But at least let's try to find a right back, because Ali Desaidu is simply not it. He can do a job there, but we've seen enough of Ali Desaidu to know that he's probably a better right centre back in a back three system.
True.
And then our centre back position, the pairing. It's very unfortunate that Salisu will not be going to the World Cup. So now we have Jiku, who has been a regular starter.
Yes, and then we need to find a partner.
We need to find a partner for him. Who do you put there? Is it Jerome Opoku? Is it Jonas Ajete? Or is it Kojo Pepra?
I think the best player, we should pray that he gets fit. Or
It's Abdul
Mumin. But for the balance.
Yeah, for the balance. Because Jiku, we all know, is not a good passer of the ball, okay? Whenever he's pressed, boom, and we loses it. The moment is that calm, is a better progressor of the ball, and he passes the ball out.
So he's just returning from injury.
He's just
hasn't played much.
So
I don't know if they will add him by that time. But if they do, like I said, we're not just auditioning for selection. We are also auditioning for starting positions.
Exactly.
And that's what those friendlies should serve. Even a left back.
Yeah, of course. It's still up
because
in the
Gideon Mensah in fact, since Baba Rahman's self-imposed retirement, we've gone through 4 different left backs.
We've tried. We've
tried
Gideon,
Korn.
We've tried
Gideon Mensah. We've tried, I think, the CK boy, something Anna.
Yeah, I forgot.
We've tried 4 different players, including the Midiama boy.
Yeah.
All in an attempt to find a proper solution to that left back. Gideon Mensah is talented, but he's very conservative in the way he plays.
Especially going forward.
And he's skillful, but I don't know. It's like he plays with a certain shackles. And if we're going to play in a back three, and we know Otto Addo, when he faces a tough opposition, he always goes into back three.
Which means that you can't afford to have a conservative wing back.
So it leaves the question. If Baba Rahman says he's available again, should we call him?
He goes.
Maybe.
He goes. Look, he's
you
playing very well.
There's so much uncertainty around the defense. This friendly match couldn't have come at a better time. It's a crucial time, and we cannot afford to get them wrong. Trust me, the Ghanaian fan is sensible and reasonable. If we see that you are trying options and you even lose, at least we know that. You know what you were trying to do.
You were trying at least.
You were trying at least. And that's what this is for. It's for trying options, trying to find the perfect solution so that by the time that first game comes around on the 17th of June, the team is ready. My last point would be, I'm only slightly disappointed about the timing of the Mexico friendly. It's on May 22, when the European season is still in full session. And GFA has said that friendly match would be played by players in the Ghana Premier League, players that are being monitored by Otuado, and then so like French players with the possibility of going to the world. And I'm thinking, how many European leagues, those players that he's monitoring, how many of them are available on May 22?
Yeah. And even that, Fent, even if you want to make a decision on a French player, I don't think you can make a decision on a French player with one friendly game.
On top of that, with a friendly match where they are not surrounded by other quality players,
how do you expect them
to thrive?
Okay, let's wrap it up.
So for me, I feel like my personal view is that I feel like that Mexico friendly, the timing of it just feels like a lost opportunity. In fact, I would have preferred that our last friendly match before the Panama game
that one.
Was the Mexico match.
Yeah, it should be that one.
Because we have one more game remaining. After Wales on June 2,
You're right.
We have another friendly
game.
So
you think we should have played Mexico the last friendly
what I would have
before
preferred.
kickoff against Panama?
That's what I would have preferred. It would have fed into what Coach said. The atmosphere, the environment. Like everything.
You have a proper dress rehearsal.
Yes. Proper dress rehearsal before we kick a ball in Canada against Panama. So I feel like the timing is a little off.
Okay.
But those two friendly matches, I think by the time we play Wales, it's probably by that friendly match.
By the time we play Wales, I think the squad we use with Wales will
our
be
first team,
squad
trying our tactics, trying to see how our team does. But the friendly matches against Austria and Germany, that's where a lot of key decisions will be made, and I hope they get it right.
Tell me what you think in the comment section. You've seen the lineup of the Black Stars friendlies. Germany first, Austria second, then we play
Austria first.
Sorry, Austria first, Germany second, then we play Mexico, then we take on Wales, and then there's one more friendly that will be played before Ghana takes on Panama in the very first group stage of the World Cup. Let me know, are you happy with the order of teams? Are you happy with the selection the GFA's put together? Which players would you want to see? And which starting 11 would you want to see, let's say, in the Wales friendly by the time we are getting ready for the 2026 World Cup in the US, Canada, Mexico? Drop your comments and let me know what you think. This is the Jupay Podcast Live. My name is Nathan Carr. Christopher Nimley is here. Fento Tahir is here. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we get into the other topic. We'll talk about the OG, Abedipele's eldest son, Andre Ayew. Should
not
he
his eldest son.
or she?
Not his eldest son.
No, Raheem is his oldest son. Sorry, but like, you get what I mean. It's like the
We
prince
don't
of
get
the
what
house.
you mean.
It's like the prince. Anyway, when we come back after this break, we'll talk about Andre Ayew. Because some people are asking whether he should go. Some people are saying he shouldn't go. Some people are in between. Let me know what you think. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Send money home with no headaches, with smiles on the faces of loved ones. It's convenient, fast and easy. Try me Jupay. Jupay has the best rates on market. We help you make the most of your money. Meet a need, send via Jupay. Try me Jupay.
Welcome back. This is the Jupay Podcast Live. My name is Nathan Fento Tahiru and Coach Christopher Nimley are still here. You can drop your comments in the section. We'd love to hear what you think about all that we are discussing, all that we are saying in relation to the Black Stars ahead of the World Cup in the US, Canada, and Mexico. Of course, we are sponsored by Jupay, your number one money remittance service. Get the Jupay app, download it. Use the promo codes, either Nathan, Coach, or Fen, to get $5 off your first transaction, and you can send money effortlessly, seamlessly, very easy stuff from the US, Canada, and UK to Ghana and Nigeria. And don't forget that when you do that in this month of March, Jupay has fantastic prizes for you. You get to win tickets to go and watch some special football matches in June and July. And you also get to enjoy things like Amazon gift cards. Yes, for those who like to shop online, Jupay is giving you some wonderful products and a host of other things that you will only get when you take part in the Jupay Ghana month promo. All the wonderful things are happening in the month of March. So if you are listening to us or if you are watching us, get close to Jupay. Be friends with Jupay. You heard the comments earlier, people are signing up like crazy. Use the promo code Nathan Coach or Fence. So just enter that and you are getting $5 off your very first transaction. So that's the word from Jupay. Let's get back to the topic on the table. Guys, Andre Ayew, a name that generates all kinds of emotion and sentiment, right? A player who's loved and respected. Some people have their own views of him, but so there's the argument that's saying that we should take him to the World Cup. Some people say, oh, he's playing in that brother, he's getting minutes, so he should go. By the time May comes around, he'll be fine. We should take him. Some people say, no way. No way should Andre Ayew be on that plane to the World Cup. Fence, where do you stand on this? There are even those who say that we should be very.
Why should you start with me? Look at this funny one.
We should be very sincere. In fact, I'm part of that group. I think that we should be very honest with ourselves.
Okay, go on. Make your.
This
own
is my
submission.
point. That we know why this Andre Ayew business has started.
Why?
Because there are some people who say that we have to end his career on a nice, glorious moment, take him to the World Cup. He writes personal history. We sign out his Black Stars career, and he rides off into the sunset. The point I'm making is that when people say there's a footballing argument to take him, I shoot that down and say I disagree. I'm saying we should be sincere and tell Ghanaians that we are taking this gentleman because of sentiment, emotion, nostalgia. Thank you to him, and then we move on. All this running around, we are only trying to, you get what I mean? We are only trying to be convenient, but we are avoiding what it is we want to do. So I say, don't take him at all. But if you want to take him, be sincere with Ghanaians and say that we are taking him because we want to close out his Black Stars career on a high. He enjoys his time in the sun. We say goodbye to him and he moves on. But where do you stand on Andre Ayew, whether he goeth or not to the World Cup?
I don't think this is a very straightforward he goes or he doesn't go kind of conversation, honestly. You know, look, if I look at the Black Stars squad, 26 players that they will be taking to the World Cup.
Yes.
I think that every single player in that squad must be capable of coming off the bench and delivering the goods when they're called upon. So you speak about the footballing argument. So the question is, if Andre Ayew is on that team and he doesn't even start and he's brought off the bench, can he do a job? If the answer is yes, then there's a footballing reason why you can take him.
But
if you say yes, he can do a job. But if the answer is no...
But that yes argument, what should it be backed by?
Well, I'll tell you this. We know what earns every player selection into the national team.
Yes.
It's your performances at club level that earns your right into a national team.
Okay, so for somebody like Andre Ayew,
yes,
if he plays 90 minutes between now and the end of the season for NAC Breda and he scores 0 goals, is that argument strong enough for him to earn a spot on that 26 squad?
I don't even think that, look, I wasn't done. I don't think that it's only your performances at club level that gets you there. I'm saying that your performances at club level is a matrix for your invitation into the national team. That's one matrix for your invitation into the national team.
Okay.
Another matrix for your invitation to the national team is what you've done in the national team every time you've been invited.
Okay.
It's not just about banging in the goals every single time you go at club level. Also, what you do when you've been invited into the national team matters. That's 2. And then 3 is how do you fit into the coach's plan?
Okay.
These 3 elements are what informs every national team selection of players to the World Cup or to any tournament.
Okay.
How you're faring, what you do when you've played for the national team, and how you fit into the coach's plan. Just last week, Julian Nagelsmann said that his World Cup squad of Germany will not be determined by who is playing the most minutes. It's about who can do a job. So if we put these 3 things aside, And then we pick them one by one using Andre Ayew. Let's go to playing time. You mentioned if Andre Ayew plays from now till the end of the season regularly and he's not even scoring, will that be enough to get him into the national team? I would say, where does Andre Ayew play in the national team and how does he compare to the players that play in those positions? If you compare Andre Ayew to all the other forward players we have, Antoine Semenyo, Inaki Williams, Abdul Fattah Isahaku, his brother Jordan Ayew, Joseph Pencil, Kamaldeen Sulemana, Kudus Mohammed. Which of these players, or even Thomas Brandon Asante, which of these players will you drop for Andre Ayew? You tell me. You look at the performance and tell me, which of them will you drop? Let's even add the Kwabena Dubois, center forward. Because I've heard people say, Andre doesn't need to run. Like, he's a center forward, he can stand there because he's very intelligent in the box. Okay. Put all our forward players together and you tell me which of them, if Andre plays regularly to the end of the season, all those other players keep their current form, which of them can you confidently look at and say, based on what Andre has done at NAC Breda, he's better than all these players? That's one side of the argument. Second is what he does when he comes to the national team. What Andre Ayew has done when he's been in the national team, it's nothing short of extraordinary. So let's not try to discard his contribution and tilt towards the scale of disrespect simply because there's conversation about him coming to the national team. Andre Ayew is our greatest AFCON player since he made his debut. There's no other player that had been more consistent, that has played more games, that has been to more AFCON tournaments than Andre Ayew. And he's done that under multiple coaches. He's not held a rope around any of those coaches' neck and forced them to take him. He's earned his spot.
Yeah, that's true.
The whole of Africa, he's up there, right next to Rigobert Song, with the most AFCON appearances, with 8 AFCON tournament appearances, and 36 matches played at the AFCON. He's been to 2 finals. We saw him at the final in 2015, one of our best players in that competition. We saw the emotions he exhibited when we didn't win. So he's contributed. Even at the World Cups, the 3 World Cups that he's been to, yes, the last one missed a penalty against Uruguay, didn't go well. But in 2014, when there was so much chaos in the team, he was one of our standout performers.
Scored against the US, scored against Germany.
Brilliant. Was our top scorer in that tournament alongside Jan, 2 goals apiece. Before that, in 2010, we saw what he did. A young Andre Ayew burst onto the scene, started every game until he got suspended against Uruguay. And then the year before that, we saw what he did at under 20. So I'm saying that in that respect, when you want to speak about Andre Ayew, don't speak as if he's only being in the national team as a favor. He's earned every single minute.
That's true.
However, there is a certain feeling that Andre Ayew in the last 2 tournaments or 3 major tournaments when he's been with the team, his contribution has not been exactly stellar.
So the AFCON in Cameroon.
The AFCON in Cameroon, the red card, we got kicked out in the group stages against Comoros. Then the World Cup, missed the crucial penalty.
And then the AFCON after
And then the AFCON after that came off the bench against Mozambique, caused a penalty, and we ended up getting booted out. Granted, when he wasn't invited back, we even failed to qualify for the next one. So it meant that he wasn't exactly the only problem with the team. But if you look at the individual performances, he had been another part of the problem because his performances hadn't been great. So, and then you look at the third factor, which is how he fits into the coach's plan. Before Otto Addo took over this team, Otto held a meeting with Andre Ayew and said it at a press conference that he's had a discussion with him and has told him that as things stand, he is no longer part of his plans. But it doesn't mean that he's closed the door. And Otto has not said he's closed the door, but he said, is not part of his plans as things stand. And since then, Otto has gone ahead to name a new leadership in the team. One of them being
Andre's brother,
Andre's
Jordan.
own brother. And if you look at the way Otto has tried to transition this team, when Andre last played for the Black Stars, there was a certain leadership with the team. The captain was Andre, deputy captain was the goalkeeper. Richard Ofori.
The ball was going over. He went and caught the ball and we got booted out of the tournament.
And Thomas Partey was third captain.
Yes.
All three of them are no longer leaders. In fact, two of them are out of the national team. Partey, still a key member of the team, but not part of the
leadership.
The leadership.
No, not the leader, but he's the second in command.
Okay,
you,
fine.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
he's not part of the captains of a team. So Otto has transitioned into. So you can clearly see that there's a certain vision and a certain direction that he's trying to take the national team, and Andre Ayew doesn't feature in those plans. So in all these three matrix, there's not one that favors Andre Ayew. Then that brings me to my last point about the sentimental value that people are making about taking Andre Ayew to the World Cup.
Yeah.
I would say that there is precedent for using sentiments to take players to tournaments. Cameroon and Roger Miller. He was 42 when they took him to the World Cup.
Yeah. Back in 94.
Yes. In that tournament, you look at the history of the World Cup. You can't see a World Cup reel without Roger Miller's iconic celebration. He didn't have the legs. He was 42, just like Andre. He was old. Didn't play club football. In fact, didn't play competitive football for more than a year. It took Paul Biya, the president, to say, take him. He wasn't playing. At least Andre is even playing.
Yeah. I think with Jamila, he had to get a club. It was a bit of a very hurried arrangement. Yeah.
And in the end, what became of it? Nobody died. Jamila went there. Cameroon did what they had to do. They came home. They honored him. End of story. So I see what those people are saying. Because if Andre goes to this World Cup, he becomes the only African player to have appeared at 4 different World Cups. That history stays with him. It stays with Ghana. So I see what those people are saying. And I've heard them even say that it's a 26-man squad. By all means, there will be players in that squad that will not kick a ball at the tournament. It's guaranteed.
So nobody dies if you give one spot to Andre.
You understand?
Introduce him into a game, 5 minutes
just for
to
that
go.
purpose.
He makes his history.
But the problem is that, consider the 2 players, Roger Miller, Andre Ayew, even Stephen Appiah. When we took him to the 2010 World Cup, for 2 years leading to that, he had played 2 club football matches. The first year before that, he was out injured the whole season, didn't play. Then the year of the World Cup, he signed for Catania or the Italian team.
I think I'm trying to remember the club.
Right? Played 2 games, got injured. Didn't play again, and we took him to the World Cup. He came off the bench in his first game against the USA, and then he came off the bench again against Uruguay. Those were his contributions at that tournament. But in terms of actual football, there was no justification for taking Stephen Appiah to that World Cup. But then you look at the personalities and what they represented. In all sincerity, Andre Ayew is a very, very... Okay, maybe that's a little bit harsh. I wanted to say he's a divisive figure. But let me say he divides opinion.
Yes.
I think that's more...
Yeah,
fair.
he divides a lot of opinion.
He divides...
Because people feel different depending on who you speak to.
Because with Appiah's situation, even though he wasn't playing, I don't think there was a single soul that
everybody wanted him
to be there because of what he had done, because of the unifying figure that he is.
That's true.
But there have been rumors about what Andre Ayew did at the AFCON in 2023 in Cote d'Ivoire and how it was very chaotic. All of those things are allegations. But the mere fact that the coach has said, you don't feature in my plans any longer, and he's built a team for the better part of 2 years without Andre Ayew.
Yeah.
I don't know what his coming into the team will do for team harmony. But I understand the sentimental value of things. However, for those people, I want to say that they need to bear in mind what he's coming into the team
could potentially
do for the rest of the team and its harmony and unity, and even his own friction with Otto Addo and how Otto would handle him in camp. Because the conversation Otto had with him to tell him that he was no longer going to feature in his plans was not a very pleasant, it didn't end pleasantly. You understand? So, listen, I totally get it.
You understand all the arguments that
I get it. I get anyone that says that. I get the sentimental value. And there is history and precedence to it. People have done it for their players.
That's true.
Okay, even Ghana, we've done it for a player before. You understand? But, but then again, it's an instance where a coach didn't want a player at the tournament and people begged and he took him. Muntari,
2010.
The coach said, Milo said, I'm not taking Muntari to the World Cup. Not today, not ever. Because Muntari missed the AFCON as well for disciplinary reason. And he was hell-bent on not taking him. Kwesi Nyantakyi famously said that he had to go down on his knees to beg the coach to take Sule Muntari. And Sule was coming off his best season.
Yeah.
The coach considered him a toxic figure. He considered him disrespectful. In fact, even after the first 2 matches, Muntari was sacked from camp. If you remember, again, they had to go and beg the coach to keep him. Because he wanted to say that why were they not playing him? You understand?
Ironically, he was saying that why were they playing
Andre
Ayew instead of...
Exactly.
Because at the time, he felt that
but to be fair, the coach was also right because the small boy was doing a really good job.
Very well.
That is it.
And then when he got a chance,
he also did it.
The goose
against Uruguay.
You understand? So, I don't know. It's not a yes or no.
It's not a yes or no. Chris, where do you stand? I think Fent has done a brilliant job, but
at times, and when I'm listening to my brother, I really do understand where he stands.
He's highlighted different parts
for me
of the argument.
For me,
yes,
he goeth nowhere. Look,
Andrea, you goeth nowhere. Why?
Let me tell you something. In life, anything that has a start has an end.
Yeah.
Yes.
The production date and expiry date. The principle of the production date and the expiry date.
I remember watching this young man in 2007 when he was a young chap and he was introduced into the Black Stars.
And that friendly against Senegal.
I looked at him and I said, come on, man, this is the future of the Black Stars. Mm-hmm. He has to be in the AFCON in 2008. Because I could tell that this guy will be the future of Ghana football. I saw him as the leader of the next generation taking over from the Michael Essien Sule Muntari group. Mm-hmm. But his introduction into the team was a bit accelerated, faster than we all expected. So we understand. But look, he's been around for 19 years. Jesus Christ. Can you, apart from Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi, who else have been around for 19 solid years?
You mean around the national team?
Around the national team, I mean. Look, he's from a footballing family.
Royalty.
He's football royalty.
I'm shocked that nobody is telling him that, look, it's time to say.
He hasn't said anything.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but he recently granted an interview and he said he was still still feeling fit, fine and he could play
for the Black Stars. I remember when his father said he will not play for the Black Stars after the AFCON in Burkina Faso.
98.
No more in 4 I cried like a child because everything was Abedipele.
Of course.
Everything I knew in football at the time was the maestro. Mm-hmm. And what? The maestro said you play for Ghana again? Why? What? I couldn't add it. No, I couldn't add anything.
You couldn't imagine a Black Stars without
Abedipele, knowing that we were co-hosting the next
in
tournament.
2000, yeah.
Why won't he and
At home.
at home rather. So I told myself, I struggle to live with that. Now, if you bring it back to the young man, Nathan, he's been around for 19 years. Now let's come for the footballing reason. He doesn't tick any box. He doesn't tick.
Because
any box.
Fence mentioned 3 things. 1, club form. 2, contribution at the national team, what you've done previously. And 3, whether or not you fit into the
what
coaches.
you've done previously, to me, only becomes a
Relevant.
logical part or relevant part of the argument if you can still deliver.
I see.
Look, of the 19 years.
So for example, Fence, so from what you said, for example, Belgium picks a squad, right?
Yes.
Then they say that, you know what, let's take Kevin De Bruyne. Some people can argue that De Bruyne doesn't play for Man City anymore. He's playing in Italy, he's aging. But Chris, so somebody like Kevin De Bruyne, they can look at him and say, when we bring him into the national team, does he deliver?
That's it.
Yes. So in his case, he will go.
He will go.
Okay.
But as we sit here today,
Yeah.
of the 19 years, Nathan, I think I enjoyed 14 out of 19.
14.
14 years
Okay.
out of 19 of Andre.
Yeah, and that is fair because, in fact, of the 19 years he's been around the national team, he's only played in 16. The last 3 he hasn't.
Okay, so
So if you've enjoyed him for 14 years, it means there was a 2-year spell that was just bad. So Chris is
just
right.
very
And
bad.
we are talking World Cup,
2022.
AFCON.
Exactly.
So 2021 in Cameroon, 2022 in
in Côte
World Cup,
d'Ivoire,
and then
then in
Côte d'Ivoire. So,
Qatar.
yeah.
I've not enjoyed any of those.
Yeah.
And when I look at him physically, tactically, technically, he's got nothing to offer. Look, I'm in a very difficult position here. But when it comes to giving Ghana the best, I don't compromise. You know me, I don't bend.
Yeah.
Tactically, where does he fit in this team?
So when you look at those current
Look at the
setup,
starting front and
Who do
even
you take out?
the deputies. Who does he actually push aside?
okay, so we've got your starters, right?
Let's say
Iñaki.
Oh, forget starters. The whole
Look,
team.
the
like,
whole-
I asked the
Who-
question. I said,
who
I
realistically-
want someone to take out a player.
a player and let's slot him in there.
And then, so just ask yourself, would you drop Semenyo for him?
I mean, not based
Okay,
on
so
current
no, we are
form.
going.
You- no,
Would you drop Jordan for him?
Who would you drop?
Would you drop Kudus for him? Who? That's the front 3 done. Would you drop Pencil for him?
No.
Would you drop Kamal Dean for him?
No. Would you drop Isaac for him?
Would you drop
Would you drop
Isaac?
Inaki for him?
Brandon
No.
Thomas Asante,
Who would you
none,
drop?
no
None.
player.
So, you know,
So you see, so it becomes extremely difficult to argue. For me, I would have made all my argument on the footballing ground. If he had taken even 2 of the many boxes that there is to be ticked, I would have said, let's carry him there. But I don't see him taking any box. And then what most people will have to understand is that the man who is to manage the team, the one who is in charge of the team, doesn't want him around. You may beat about the bush, you may dance around it.
He doesn't want to.
Otoado does not want Andre closer to the team.
it's not dancing around. He has said it.
And he has said it. Bro.
Yeah, he said he's not in his.
No,
He's a
but
character.
Fence, you know when you say it that way, that he's not in my plans. As you say,
He
it,
told him.
he
didn't
almost
just tell
like
people.
kind of creates a certain room
Window.
for maneuver. I think for a lot of the general public, people don't know what was said in that meeting.
You mean they don't know what we know?
They don't know what we know.
Exactly.
But yeah,
So see,
Otto's ideas
Otto is the
of
man in
Andrea
charge.
around somewhere, yeah.
And Otto himself is not good as a coach.
Oh,
let me make
how
my
come
point.
Otto has caught a
Let
stray
me make
bullet
my
on
point.
this
Why-
one?
why-
Let me
has it
make
got
my
to
point.
do with Otto not being
You
good?
listen to me, you understand.
Okay, we are listening.
So don't allow the man any room
For excuses.
for excuses. He doesn't want him. He himself is not good. But if you, I told you the man will come and destroy my team. He's coming. He's disturbing my team.
So Otto doesn't want to give. So he knows that. So he's taking Andrea.
Coach is saying that if we impose Andrea, then
now
we'll give
Otto a leeway to go and misbehave at the World Cup.
Okay,
and
fine.
come and tell us that we impose players on him.
We impose players, no problem. But he now has said he doesn't want the guy. So are you saying that now Otto is ready to
Would it be
face?
surprising for Otto say that if we force Andre on him?
I think somebody like Otto, the way things are going,
he can
he's under pressure. He can easily say that.
He will not play. He will start him.
And then let me come there.
Okay.
People are saying that of the 26-man squad, we should find a position for him.
Yeah, the argument is that they are 26.
No.
Just give him one.
Give it. You see, he cited the Roger Miller and co example.
Yeah.
I'm going to cite the Pele. Was it Garincha? When Brazil took them to the World Cup, they were 17 years.
Yeah.
Between those two players, Brazil won 3 World Cups.
58.
When Brazil took the
62,
phenomenal
and 70.
When Brazil took the original Ronaldo to the World
R9.
Cup in 1994,
He didn't even play.
he didn't play. He went there to observe Romario, Bebeto, Rai, Dunga, and co. How they behave and how things are done in the Brazilian national team. 4 years after, he was in the final. The other 4 years,
He won.
He was winning the cup for
Yeah,
Brazil.
because between 94 and 98, Ronaldo Luis played Atlanta 96.
Yes.
Destroying Black Meteors players and dribbling them all over the place.
With Ronaldinho on the back
With
of his jersey.
Ronaldinho on the back of his jersey. And then he played in the Copa America 97. So by France 98,
He was ready
he was
to go.
ready. At age was 21 or 22.
He was
something.
ready to go.
Yeah.
So I am saying that don't give any slot to somebody who cannot deliver. Don't give any slot with the intention that we want to honor him. Look, we have honored him enough. And he's a legend. We respect his legendary status when it comes to the Black Stars. But for someone like me, who is very proactive, I'll look at the boy at Midtjylland, the new Ghanaian sensation boy that Right to Dreams have produced at Midtjylland.
You mean nonchalant?
Nonchalant, not
Nonchalant.
Midtjylland in them. No.
Prince
Prince Amuaku.
Amuaku.
Take that boy and let him fit that. What did the position want to give to, they give to that boy? Because that boy, if as a country we can monitor him and get him through proper progression, that's the next generation of the Black Stars, right? Our team is already young.
Yeah.
Imagine him coming in.
So you are saying that so the next generation will belong to him
And then
Caleb Irenchi.
Kudus captaining them and
Kudus
those
captaining
people.
them, yeah.
Why would you throw that away because of somebody's personal record? Why would you do that? You can't be allowed to do that. Nobody should be encouraged to do that. My last point. We just spoke about when he was played ahead of Montari in 2010. Isn't it? Montari was on form. That Montari form that he came with to the 2010 World Cup. Montari was dropped because of disciplinary issues that he had with Milovan at the time. But if Montari was on good talking terms with him, I don't think Milo in his right frame tactically would have dropped Montari. Montari maybe would not have played in the Dede position, but Montari would have gotten a slot in that team. So the day we all knew played ahead of Montari. Because at the time, he was the fresh blood. He was the energetic player who could give us that swoon sound movement on the left-hand flag, to and fro, back and forth, helping Hans Edu Sape, who at the time had become terribly slow.
Yeah.
So wouldn't come forward. But Andre had the legs to go back and forth. So that deficiency on the left from the fullback attacking was completely null and void. We didn't experience that because of him. Get a younger player to do that. Put in another player who will guarantee us the next 10 years. Nathan, anything that has a start
Has an end.
For me, we are going to the World Cup not even assured of our team.
Yeah, the Black Stars
You
are
see,
in a very, very difficult
We are in a
place.
very difficult situation. And we are
So
not
we don't
even
have the luxury.
We don't have the luxury to play with certain things. To give somebody his record. For what reason? If this team, you see, you look at the Steven Appiah situation. That team was a solid team.
Yeah.
So introducing Appiah and alone, we knew that we're not going to overly depend on him. As and when there was a call, and the 2 games that he played, we saw his influence.
Yeah. In the Uruguay game, was it not his free kick that eventually
that
led
chaotic
to
situation
the Jan penalty?
that the Jan penalty came about. So the point I'm making that our team is in itself, it's not strong. Andre, in addition to everything I've said, I don't think the technical team of the Black Stars today has got the balls. Has got what? The balls.
Let me help
do
you
it.
in Spanish. The
The
cajon.
cojones.
Yes, to handle him. Padilla, if he goes to a World Cup, he want to play.
I've heard
a big
look,
personality.
I've heard people say that.
Look, we know.
I've heard people say that, you know what? Let's give him the slot, but let us all tell him, you know what? This is what we are taking you to do.
Who told you that he was not told in Cote d'Ivoire?
Don't.
He was told in Cote d'Ivoire he will be used sparingly, peripherally.
Your English has come.
Do you know what happened? All of us seated there.
Yeah, we know the story. We know.
He said he was used what?
Sparingly,
Yes.
peripherally. What do you mean?
He was going to be used on the periphery
On the periphery of
the national
of the
team.
national team.
Wonderful.
Ejiga. And he himself did his own substitution.
How is that possible? How is that even possible?
Look, you can say, how is that possible?
Yes.
Coach,
You can say.
How
Me?
is impossible?
How is that possible?
Why?
How can you sub yourself?
Are there
in?
no fourth officials?
Let me tell you, who was our best player in that game? Joseph Pencil, isn't it?
Well, the Mozambique game.
Yes.
Yeah.
He has won as a penalty when the lead.
We're leading 2-0 at the time.
2-0. How was Joseph Pencil the one to be substituted? Coach Echekule, no.
Yeah, but they don't even play the same
Oh,
position.
that is the shocking thing. He himself did the substitution.
Coach, that's a wild.
No, that's a wild
Look,
allegation.
you can say it's a wild allegation, but go and ask those who were there. Douala,
But
if they will be honest, wait, Douala, if they will be honest with themselves, and they fear
So the
God,
player with.
and they fear God.
So hold on.
Do you know that against Egypt we were leading 2-0?
Why are you interrupting me when I'm talking?
I didn't interrupt you.
So
What
let
did
me
I
make
do?
my
So
the point I'm
we're
making.
leading 2-0. What happened?
We substituted players in, and there was not one of them.
So Andre didn't play that one.
And then they also came to give away the goals, and we ended up drawing
Okay,
2-2.
no
The
problem.
point
But
I'm
we're talking
making
about Andre. So let's talk about the game in which.
And I'm saying that the point I'm making is that for the fact that
Okay.
Otto Addo cannot handle the character,
He won't take him.
nobody. Look, for this, you can put the camera on me. We'll let the camera face me. I want to make a humble appeal to the political leaders of this country. Nobody should impose Andre Ayew on Otto Addo. Nobody. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because if you were to go ahead and do it, that is the beginning of the end. Me, I know of meetings, internal meetings that took place where the people at the FA, the Ghana Football Association president, Keto Kreku, ene kometu elenumo infiose. Keto Kreku, mi infiose, kona ni machine. Keto Kreku and co, they don't want Andre in the team.
Yeah. I've also heard that.
Ikenumo, Keto Kreku,
Yeah,
as
no,
for
I
this
didn't.
one, may have heard. After this
You've not. No, but I know. Me, after this one, I've heard.
Coach Christo, you know me, I'm your biggest critic in Ghana. Nobody criticizes me. After this one, Keto
No,
Kreku,
you are supporting.
I am fully in support. He doesn't take any footballing box. Tactically, technically, behaviorally, suban-wise. Don't take him. Why?
Suban-wise?
Suban-wise.
Suban-wise. If you take him, it will not help. Don't take him so that we'll have our peace.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, that's how we'll wrap it up on today's edition of the Jupay Podcast Live. Hey, Claire. World Cup, it go be, I'm telling you. Prepare to hear more stories. Let me thank Fento Tahiru. Let me thank Christopher Nimli. The guys are enjoying some wonderful drinks from Auntie Lou. That's tea. That's what chia tea. Auntie Lou. Chai tea, I'm told. This is the lemon tea. Wherever you are, please.
Cheers me.
Yeah, thank you so much. I need you to, like, if you want something nice to drink, go to Auntie Lou. You enjoy all this wonderful stuff. But guys, that's how I wrap it up today on the Jupay Podcast Live. You can catch us on YouTube. Drop your comments. I'd love to hear from you. What do you make of the topics we've discussed? Let me know. We'll meet you on the next episode. And remember, look for the Jupay app. Download the Jupay app. If you live in the US, Canada, and the UK, that's for you. You can send money to Ghana and Nigeria in the easiest way, or via the easiest portal, which is the Jupay app. And we've thrown something in there to make it nice for equal measure. You can use any of the promo codes, Nathan, Fento, and Coach, and you get 5% discount, or $5 discount, $5 discount on your very first transaction. Umpe we are open. Then call someone and mine ko ba sumo. Oh, aba.
Kana achebu aye. No more kemo. Kani achebu aye. Oh, aye. Oye musufe. Eshembo mocho. Obagbe we aye. Oye musufe. Eshembo mocho. Obagbe we
Anyway, that's the Jupay Podcast Live. We'll catch you on the next episode. Be on the lookout for it. Send us a comment, send us a shout. Follow Jupay on all social media platforms. Send us a message. Follow us as well. Interact with us. We'll catch you on the next episode. Stay safe and have a good one.